into my lounge. I thought the light would be better in here this time of year, maybe because there's a window there that a bit of natural light. Anyway, so this is our sitting room. Today's video is on layering, and the reason I'm doing that is because if you have been watching my Instagram or seen my blog, you'll know that I have been at home for about a month with a bad back. And once I had got off the medication from the doctors, I was able to work at home. So I have spent the last week at home at either the kitchen table or my laptop on the ironing board. But what it's involved in is been wanting to be able to work freely at my laptop, but layering my clothes because I didn't necessarily want the heating on all day. And some days I did put it on because it got too cold, and that meant that I wanted to layer my clothes so I could take them on and off, but I also wanted freedom of movement and so on. So I thought I'd do a lookbook on layering and things that I had successfully worn during the week. You might wonder why I actually even bothered, really, when I was working at home. Did I bother to get dressed and so on? It's actually because my boss likes to do video calls, so I had to look fairly decent anyway. So anyway, this is one of the things I wore during the week. It was a graphic t-shirt, chambray shirt, and I layered a navy cardigan over the top, but obviously my oatmeal one would have done just as well. But this is comfortable. I could take the cardigan off if I needed to. If it got too hot, put it on if it got too cold. And I thought it was a great outfit for the video call, and I actually liked the look as well. So I was really pleased with this outfit I put together during the week. Another one that I wore, and you saw this in a vlog over Christmas as well, is just a plaid shirt over my graphic t-shirt as well. I like this. So I'm pretty pleased with this. So because I wore it over Christmas and I liked it, look, I would reproduce it again in January when I had to do the video calls and so on. So this is number 2. Right, and I wore this, actually I wore versions of a poncho a few times in the week because having put this one on and realised how comfortable it was during the day, I did it again. But the reason I found it comfortable because of my age, I didn't really want to overheat or underheat. You know, you can layer on, layer off type thing. And I found that having sort of fairly cooler arms but a warmer body actually kept me at a fairly temperate temperature all day. I now actually didn't need to take it off or put it on again, you know, during the day. So it wasn't layering and delayering. So I think this was actually quite a good indoor outfit that actually looked decent on the video camera, as well as giving me keeping me the right temperature and giving me the flexibility to work as well. I couldn't wear this in the office because the office is too hot in the winter and too cold in the summer. So, you know, I would just overheat in the office. So, but working from home, it's absolutely ideal. And so it's another way of layering. Let's put it for the lookbook. Layering lookbook. Right, so this is another poncho that I wore. And I'll just say, excuse the remote. I'm doing remote recording and using my phone app and all that, so I'm clutching onto this. But yeah, now this poncho or cape poncho comes from the same and the other one as well. Both come from a brand called Cadenza, and you find these in independent boutiques in the UK. And I don't know if they're abroad as well. I'm going to put links below. But they do this one in masses of colours, and I think they do lots of different colours each year. So it's well worth looking out for. But I just found again this really useful to wear as a layering item. And I have in this version, I've shown how I wore it one day this week over a turtleneck here. Because I'm at home, I didn't put jewellery on, but you could easily hang a long pendant around here or use dangly earrings when you were if you were dressing this up to go out. But for the purpose of this video, I just wanted to show practical layering for at home, and that's you know, that's what this achieved. So I'll link Cadenza down below if I can find their website. If not, high street boutiques, independent boutiques, and they're quite a reasonable price as well, but as I said, masses of colours. Yeah, that was 4 layering looks. I think day 5 I just shoved on a polo neck jumper and I didn't really bother very much. I wasn't doing video call that day, but anyway, I hope you enjoyed this and I've given you some ideas of how just to layer at home casually, and if someone comes to the door, you're looking okay, or coming up for coffee, you're looking okay.